here at Anime Festival Orlando. Oh my goodness! The lights are so bright I can't see you, but I know you're there because I hear your voices. Yes, that's what's called in the business cheap pop, and I don't like that term because that's not cheap. You guys are excited to be here. If I say anime, yeah! And festivals, woo! Orlando, where a lot of us are from, yay! Oh my gosh, that's not a cheap pop, that's an honest pop. And that's a good thing. Thank you all for cheering. I'm glad you all are here. And boy, it has been a crazy year. Anybody here in Florida right now? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Someone's like, oh, yeah, I'm here. We are glad to be in Orlando, one of sort of the safe havens. I'll get into a little bit more of that in a minute. But as you know, if you've seen me for any length of time, that I think I've been doing this since 2004. Yes, don't let the gray hair fool you, I am old. I'm here, but I've been watching anime for quite a long time, as somehow, it's in our blood, right? We just do that, and we are here to celebrate now. But there are, before we do, a few rules. I know, but if you've been here before, it's pretty simple. We had to add one rule this year, and I will have to take it down a notch for that. But the first three rules are usually pretty easy. One, drink water. Please drink water. In all seriousness, it is hot. Not as hot as last year. Oh boy! No, the AC works mostly. But please drink water. Please remember to eat as well. Food and drink. Please do that. Take some self-care time, take a shower. We're all somewhat moist in Florida. We're all hanging out. It seems silly to say, I'm gonna do everything. I'll tell you right now, you can't do everything here. We have too much to do. There's too many guests, there's too much stuff, and that's a good problem to have because if you don't want to be bored this weekend, you will not be bored. It's going to be a lot of fun, but you do want to have a shower so you have fun and don't stink. Alright? Okay. My third normal general rule, and that will sort of segue heavily into the fourth new unfortunate rule. But the third rule, and one that we have gladly embraced every year, and I'm very proud of all of you. I know there's a lot of returning people and a lot of new faces here, but pretty much the primus prime of all the rules is don't be a dick. No matter who you are, how cool you think you look, how cool you think you are, whatever you do here, are you hosting, are you watching a door, are you helping a registration, are you an attendee, are you a guest? We all are here because we like cartoons. We all watch cartoons. And I still get teared up at cartoons. I'm sure you all do too. They affect us all greatly, deeply, and personally, and we should not be doing anything here but lifting each other up and supporting each other. So don't be a dick. And now, yes, I will take it down, and I would expect your undivided attention for this announcement, because this year, due to the current state of political affairs in the state of Florida, as if everybody should know what's going on here, a lot of the new rules, it's pretty crappy. Our 18 plus events that are going on will be, one, wristbanded. I've got mine on. If you're 18 up and going to these events, you will need this wristband. You'll need your ID because sometimes we will also be double checking at the door, mainly the drag performances. Why, Chris? Why might you ask that? Yes, I'm excited too that we have them. That's freaking fantastic, and there's no reason we shouldn't be having them. But we have to abide by the current laws, which means that anybody under 18 cannot be in the room because it has been deemed illegal to do that. Yes, that is completely boo-worthy. If I'm not going to tell you how to vote, you can probably guess how I do. But if it's easier for me to walk outside with a gun in my hand than be wearing a dress, something is wrong. It's as simple as that. If you come here for a while, you know, oftentimes I will host in drag. And so this year, sadly, no Harley Quinn. And my butt deserves to be on stage in sparkly pants. I'm going to run my butt versus DeSantis in the presidential election. You're like, oh. And the good thing, it works for both sides. It's red and blue. So like, whatever color you like, just vote for it. But in all seriousness, to be serious, I shouldn't be making jokes about my butt. I do apologize. Back in the day when I started going to cons and you did too, you know, like, oh, you're underage, you're sneaking to see the hentai. Oh, what's that tentacle doing? Oh my God, what's that tentacle doing? Ha ha, cute, get out of here, kid. if someone who's underage gets into the drag show, if you're thinking of doing that, if you're thinking of getting somebody in, if you're thinking of doing something like that, not only will the convention lose its licensing and insurance, the hotel will lose its liquor license, its food license, and possibly its business license. That is the government that is in place in this state right now. That is what has been voted in, sadly, and that is the law that we have to abide by. So it's not a joking matter. If you are caught inside and you're underage, you will have your baggage taken, you will be trespassed from the property, and you will never come to AFO again. That's shitty. That's terribly shitty. I know that, and hopefully nobody's, I said shit. If you're more upset about me saying shit than what I just said before that, come on man, prioritize. Reprioritize. And I will say, if you happen to vote the DeSantis way or the red way, and if you're here this weekend and you vote like that, I hope you stay. And I hope over the course of the weekend, I hope your eyes stay open, I hope your ears stay open, I hope your heart opens up a little bit, and maybe you leave Sunday with a different perspective than what you thought. That may be me in a dress, or another guy in a dress, or a girl wearing a pantsuit, or somebody non-binary wearing whatever the hell they want is okay as long as they're not harming somebody else. So, that's the heavy part out of here, all right? That's it. We're done being heavy. This is a new year. This is a very different year for a lot of reasons. If you've been with us for any length of time, you remember that seemingly, and basically from right at the start, AFO was helmed by two people, Karen and Eric. Reese. For those of you who don't know, we lost Karen right before the event last year. The week of the event. But in true form, everybody here, from the top to the bottom of the staff, we did it. We put on the show and we returned this year. And Eric, much to his credit and our thankfulness, is not here this year taking care of his own health issues. He's recovering from some stuff, and we are glad that he's here in spirit, but he's putting his priority on his own life and his own health first. That's those two did so much for so many of us in this room. But if you're worried, and if you're concerned, like those were the captains. If they're gone, who's running the ship? Who's going to be doing this? I've got three people to introduce. First, real quick to cycle back. Countess, are you still here? Yes? Oh, you ready? You want to come up? Speak up. Yeah, get up here. In case there was any confusion about 18 plus events, this would be the human that you will mostly see at those events. Would you like to say a few words?
First off, for those that don't know, I am the Countess. Ohio gozaimasu. Everyone, welcome to Anime Festival Orlando 2023. I cannot see everyone properly, but yes, it is right. I'm so happy this is the first time I've been able to be in opening ceremonies. I fought hard to be here, so thank you for everyone that sees me during Age of Theater. For those that come for, let's say, 18 plus events, you'll probably see me tonight, or for their 18 plus cosplay events as well tomorrow. But again, we are very, very strict this year for certain things. Read the conduct that I worked on. Sorry. So with that though, again, we have to ID, we have to age gate because of the current issues. And all I have to say about everything else is trans rights matter.
And speaking, back to who might be running this ship, this very diverse ship, this very welcoming ship that is AFO. Everybody's welcome through these doors. Everybody, we want everybody here. We want to have a good time, not being a dick altogether all weekend long. Who might be heading this up now? Who is the captain at the helm? Well, it's actually three captains. That's pretty awesome. And I think, yes, I see them in the front row still. You're ready to come up? This is the time. This is the time. Please welcome to the stage. We have Becky, Diana, and Ryan, your new heads of state here at AFO. Making sure your fun still happens. The excitement. I'm so thankful they're here, so I don't have to do all this stuff. I can just look pretty. So, yes, here, we're going to give you the mic, right? Somebody? Yeah.
Hi, everybody. First of all, welcome. We're so glad all of you are here, no matter how you vote. I want to make that very clear. And we also wanted to let you know We have actually spoken to Eric a couple times today. He's wishing us all well, including, of course, all of you. So just wanted to let you know. So we're here to continue to carry on Anime Festival Orlando. We love this show. We know a lot of you do as well. Hopefully, you know, people who are here for the first time, people who are here for the 22nd time. There have been 22 times of the show, right? So yeah, again, welcome. Thank you all for being here.
This is actually only my 11th time. I'm halfway there. But continuing forward, we hope to lead AFO into a prosperous future. And we hope all of you will help us to keep AFO a safe and fun environment. I hope you all have a fun and safe weekend. Please hydrate. Please hydrate.
So, that includes you.
Excuse you. I have had 4 bottles of water today. Thank you.
Yes, so thank you all so much for coming today. We're so happy that you're able to join us. We look forward to having the most amazing weekend with you all. If there's anything that we can do, please come and talk to us. You'll see us walking around the halls. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Talk with you, talk about our times with the convention. I mean, for me, I've been here since 2005. This was something I did as a high schooler. This was my safe space. This was allowed me to kind of grow up as an adult. You know, being that weird, nerdy, gay kid, like this was something that I couldn't do in school. And so I had this place here. And so I hope the same opportunities for those younger folks that are here have that as well. And also, I just want to say a huge shout out of thanks to all of our wonderful volunteers. If you all can give them a round of applause. We just really they are the performance for our convention. They hold us together. They are such a fantastic. And just as equal, keep that round of applause going for all of our wonderful staff members that we could not do this without them as well. Thank you all again for coming. We absolutely appreciate it. And we'll give it back to Chris.
I have something to say to you guys. Thank you for keeping on in a very tough and difficult situation, picking up the reins and running with it, because I don't want to ever stop doing this until I don't know, I just don't want to stop. I just love this. I'll do this until you say, Chris, you're way too gray at this point, but I hope that never happens. I hope, as long as the jean jacket fits, I will be here. And hopefully next year I'll be back in a dress. We'll see how it happens. We can always hope. But beyond hope, it's important to have some money once in a while. And so sponsorship is very important. And I think we even have awesome, do we have graphics package this year? Holy smokes, that's amazing. With all of our we have Player One Video Game Bar, one of our sponsors, yes. Thank you, Player One, for being here. I can't believe I've memorized these. We do have the video package, that's great. Cybertron Video Games, they are sponsoring our video game room. And also All Things Transformer, that one memorized easy, very nice. Next time, it's like a guessing game. There's 3 left. Oh, is it Susai? Sushi? Sushi? I've heard it pronounced 37 different ways, and I think all of them are wrong. I heard 15 different versions just now. Everybody's yelling out, it's this! It's that one. Oh, and Echo Arts and Gifts. They're sponsoring our tabletop competitions, which is great. Sorry to get onto the, how do I say this one word? And Pocky! Yes, we have Pocky! And remember, I was joking with Angie about this. Pocky only counts as like real food if you're like 20 or younger. You're like, all I ate was Pocky. You can handle that. Once you get up like in your 20s, like, bro, you gotta eat some protein. You gotta have something like chocolate's protein. No, real protein. You can't bundle them together and make like a dynamite stick. You know, it doesn't work like that. It's not beef jerky. Oh my gosh, we are very thankful. We've had some of our staff working really hard to get us a bunch of awesome sponsors. So they're here all weekend, obviously, sponsoring different things. So if you're out in the community, buy some Pocky, go to that speed station place that we don't know how to say. It's good. I ate one near my house, and like I asked how to say it, and they said it one way, but then all of you said it different. I don't know, but it is delicious. Please go visit them. You guys are like, what's he gonna say now? I'm like, I don't even know. That's what's fun about this. I'm not up here because I know things. I'm up here because I'm good at improvising. But this is the part where I don't have to improvise. This is the part where I have to know things, specifically about 11 individuals that happen to be here. And that is our guest list for this year. Yes! We have the leadership, we have the volunteers, we have the tech, we have the sponsors, and now you're like, what are we doing here? It's like, we're here to actually get to meet some of our heroes. And that's fantastic, because we are here right now, first off, to start with a gentleman that I met last year. You might recognize his voice from Roblox, Ready to Go. He's Josh in Escape from Tarkov. And besides just being a Twitch streamer, he's also an avid outdoorsman, fishing and off-roading, riding swords and horses, or riding with horses and swords. That part's not true. You're looking at me like, where did it say that? Please do that before next year. And that can be you or the horse holding the sword. I don't care, either one. One would make for a better picture. But this man is part machine then and part mountain. He is all these things, and he's all ours all week. And let's hear it for Adam 41 Parker! I only said your real name and not your street name because it was on the site. It's like giving away Spider-Man's identity. Like J. Jonah, I know, like no one knew my name. I was like, it's on the site. I should be allowed to say it. Oh my goodness. All right, you have watched some anime. Maybe you've watched, let's see, Chainsaw Man. Have you ever seen that? My Hero Academia. People seem to like that one. One Piece is also. Right, well, forget all that. Sure, our guest's done that. He's acted, he's directed. That's wonderful. We're gonna go beyond IMDb right now because that's important, but what's even better is that this person loves fur babies. And he has a cat and a dog, and I looked at so many pictures of them last night and today, and as soon as my partner got here, he was like, look at his pictures of his animals! And we all shared pictures, and it was amazing. So I have the serious questions beyond the regular anime questions, like, does your corgi know Steve Bloom? You know, question, or Spike Spiegel, you know, questions like this. All these questions and more, you can get answered this weekend from Aaron Campbell right there. Where's the Oh, there, that side. I was looking for a shadow reaction. It wasn't you over there. I was like, he doesn't look happy at anything I'm saying. I'm just trying to make some fun conversation. He's like, stop talking about my dog. I'm sorry, man. Oh goodness. Okay. You scared me. You're over there. I really can't see where anybody is, so I don't even know who's here. I don't know if people are here. Are you there? Are you still there? Okay, good. All right. Let's see. Next individual who was with us this weekend, my Full Metal Alchemist, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, done that. Let's see. In Soul Eater, somebody named Dr. Stein. I want to say. Dr. Frog, Sergeant Frog. He went to school, and after that he got the GI Bill and became Dr. Frog. And good for you, buddy. Living the dream. And according to the internet, this guy's favorite food is water. And because I read it on the internet, of course, it's true. That's right. Absolutely. You can ask him if that is actually true. I didn't read that actually on a site. I didn't get a chance to in this panel today. It didn't come up, strangely enough. But that is a weird fact that you can ask Doug Huber. Are you here? Oh, it might be a dinner. That is something. Oh, Doug Huber. Yeah, you can cheer. If he doesn't stand up, that means he's at dinner. Chuck Huber. What did I say? Doug Huber. That was my high school best friend. I have Glenn Johnson and Doug Huber. We watched all the pay-per-view wrestling together. Doug Huber. I'm going to tell him that. I screwed up introducing his anime guest because I flashed back to 1992. Like, Doug Huber's here? Who the hell is that? No, Chuck Huber. I was wondering why y'all weren't cheering. Nobody went to Lake Bramley in 1992 and those Chris's friends? Oh, God. All right, and I'm a host. Can you believe that? You can do anything, kids. They give me a microphone. There's nothing you can't do. Look at Dr. Frog. Oh my goodness. Now the rest of the guests are like, oh God. I wish I was at dinner. Okay. Maybe you've played, let's see, Red Faction, Need for Speed, Saints Row. If you have, then you've heard our next guest. If you ever were a fan of Celebrity Deathmatch and were like, I like these voices. And one day I would like to meet where these voices come from. Where you're a look. If you saw a little tiny show called Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yes. And you were a fan of the delightfully approachable, though exquisitely acted May. Yes, May. She is here this week, and it's Cricket Lee. And she's an exquisite actress. Oh I've never had someone pinch my butt during the opening, except for Ruben
My
Langdon.
husband's here, don't tell anyone.
Oh, she didn't pinch my butt. It's still just Ruben Langdon who does that. Okay. Thanks for being here, Cricket. We'd be here all weekend. And no, she didn't touch me at all, sir. All right, okay. Wow, this has turned out to be, are we filming this? If we are, let's not film this. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, let's see, going through the digital data banks. Our next guest has more than 100 credits in just over about a decade in the industry, like really kicking it. And from all I can read online, always does it with a smile on his face, a really likable dude. Black Clover, Fire Force, Attack on Titan, yes. And he hails from Tampa, which if you know anything about I-4 in Tampa means to be here on time tonight. In this room, he left in March. So it's Jordan Dash Cruz. Did you make it? You did! Hey! All right. Very nice, very nice. Okay, what do we want to do here? Anybody remember A Little Shop of Horrors? It was a play in the 60s or 70s, right, a musical, and then a movie in the 80s, and then I didn't know they did a cartoon in the 90s. They just called it Little Shop, for kids, A Little Shop of Horrors. And the plant was friendly. Audrey, too, the plant was like a nice plant instead of a I'm going to eat your face plant. It was for kids, obviously. Our next guest was the human Audrey in that show. She was also in Avatar, The Last Bender. She was putting Sokka in his place most of the time as Suki. Yes. With Street Fighter 6 just hitting the streets recently, you might be excited to know that you can spend the weekend with Chun-Li herself. It's Jenny Kwan! She's probably she's also behind me. Hi, Jenny. Thank you for not pinching my butt. I appreciate it. Wow. Oh, so realistic. It's just like, wow, this looks like I'm watching the video game. Moves so fluidly. Wow. That's Come for questions, stay for the dancing. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're going. Next one, let's see. You might know our next guest from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You might recognize her from the sci-fi original movie Battle Planet. Or you might recognize her from the artsy short Enormous Nuclear Potato, which I need to look up based on the title alone. You might know these things, but you will certainly know her as Elizabeth Z. Delgado, the yellow SPD Ranger from Power Rangers SPD. It's Monica May! I'm looking behind me now. I've learned, I'm scared, because Monica's not back there. Monica is somewhere fighting crime because she's a Power Ranger, and she's not pinching my butt, so I'm relatively happy about that. Okay. I mean, I don't mind, just ask first, but it was just, it's crazy. Stuff happens up here. It's fun. Life of an entertainer. Okay, getting down to it. We're getting there. Okay, next up, most of us wish we could do stuff on the stage, or think of a way to turn our passion for cartoons and cosplay and all the stuff we're doing this weekend, and they want to turn it into a way maybe they could travel and have fun and put on shows on the stage. And our next guest has figured out a way to do just that, performing all over the country, bringing her own original drag shows all over, and then this weekend, here to entertain, to enlighten, and to encourage. It's Oriana Perona! I love about taping off a guardrail or something. Okay, when I say Mobile Suit Gundam, you're like, whoa. That's one of the heavy series. That's like, whoa, that's deep. If I say Bleach, you're like, whoa, yeah. You're like, Chris, you didn't use the same tired joke by saying bleach that you've been using since the show came out. No, because I've matured. I am a little older now. Don't drink as much and don't make that bleach joke, So, just bleach. But besides those shows, I grew up in one of the greatest times in terms of toys and entertainment and life, this mystical time called the 80s. Yes. And our next guest was on shows like Silver Spoons, Charlie's Angels, Chips. Yes, some of the parents are like, yeah, and the kids are like, oh, religious shows and food shows? What are these things? No, they were amazing shows, and if I did all my homework, I could stay up and watch them after the Muppet Show. It was good stuff. And deeply part of my childhood. But besides just appearing in these shows, our next guest has also helmed a hearty helping as director of episodes of shows like Lupin the Third and Pokemon. Yes, as a director. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, everybody, it is Ellen Stern. Also, as I learned last night, if it wasn't Min-May or Lisa Hayes, she was every other woman in Robotech. It was an uncredited woman. I felt so, you were like, I was in Robotech. I was like, oh God, wait, what? You're like, I was every uncredited woman. I'm like, okay, whew, okay, I did my homework. You scared me, but okay. And now I think we get down, we're down to our last two folks, and there are legends. There's longevity in the business. There's legendary people in this business, and then there's this rarefied air as you kind of leave the anime planet of performers, and you get to this place, even beyond that, this pantheon, where you literally become this god, like person. At least to many of us that have grown up with these folks. These two gentlemen, between the two of them, have nearly 1,000 credits in the business. It's insane. And they're the voices that many of us remember, and probably you do too. I say, like, you weren't a child if you're younger than me. Like, we were all children at some point, according to biology. But I remember watching some of these guys in the early 80s, and they were voices I heard then, and now they're voices that can still be heard and be loved today. First up, where would an international thief be without his trusty right-hand man and gunslinger Jigen from Lupin III? Where would a awesome cyborg major be without her trusty right hand and steely-eyed best man Bateau? Where would my childhood trauma be without coming to know Ben Dixon in Robotech and feeling sure that he would come back to finish that steak dinner after flying on one last mission? Spoiler alert, someone's like, I was just into that episode today, man. Tell me Ben makes it. Ben does not make it. None of these moments would have happened, but I'm thankful for each and every one of them, thanks to the immeasurable Richard F. Carr. I have not met you yet, and just randomly bumping into you last night, I was like, oh, I'm meeting you. It was super awesome. I hope I kept my cool together, but it was a pleasure meeting you both. And Ellen's like, I'm his bodyguard. I'm like, shh. He's backed off. He's like, don't, please step back, sir, step back, sir. All right, our final, right, we're at final list. I didn't skip anybody, right? Did I get through it? I did. Okay, good. Yeah, it's all working up here. Yeah, right? What? I forgot Doug Huber. Is Doug Huber here? Yeah, oh, buddy, good to see you again. No. Our final guest here. This is somebody that started off his career. Let me just dip my toe. Let me just see what's doing. I'll just start off being, I don't know, I'll start off by being Lupin III. I'll start off by being Rip Hunter in Robotech. Okay, so let me just knock 2 home runs right out of the park, right out of the bat. And then, not resting on my laurels, let me perhaps go to work for a company called Saban, who's trying some new things out. And then let me see if I can develop and then produce and write and direct and star in a little gamble of a show at the time that we now know as Power Rangers. Multi-huge, gigantic, long-lasting thing. This guy has done it all and impeccably well. And despite all his success, remains one of the most approachable and kindly and nice folks I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. I'm glad to see him here again this year. You know, many of you are. If you haven't met him yet, I hope you do. Tony Oliver, everybody. Fan-flipping-tastic lineup of amazing people across all eras, all kinds of shows. There is a wealth of knowledge. We don't really have them up here to answer questions now because that's what the whole weekend's about. They have panel after panel after panel. Please check your guides and make sure you visit them because that's where we really get to the meat and potatoes, right, of being here at the con. You can ask all the questions you want, and they're always a good time. Visit them in the signing room, all those things. But don't miss them. They're here all weekend through Sunday, of course. And we're just glad each and every one of you is here from the bottom of my heart. We're glad. Thanks for spending the weekend with us. This is great. I heard like a door. I was like, someone's coming from above. I know, it's a secret door now. It's literally that door. Okay. No, I think what's happening, it seems like we're having some kind of conflict. Perhaps a chrono-conflict. Oh! What's that about? Many of you are excited. Some of you are like, what's Chris talking about? It's not high school friend again, right? No, it's not. We started several years ago. We wanted to do a sort of a live action role play, like a game you could be engaging in all weekend here. You wouldn't just, play a video game or do a regular tabletop. You would be in it. You'd be something, character. You could pick a faction, and you could compete all weekend long. Well, we've done that many, many, many years, and many, many, many storylines, and this year they all collide. Yes, time portals are opening up, things are happening all over. You're going to see characters from the past few years all coming up here to contest the fate of Orlandia. If you don't know what I'm talking about, head to the tavern. It's down that way, in the other hall, like by the signing room and Citron, the game show area and all that stuff. And you too can get involved in this game. There are prizes and honor and victories to be won, depending if you choose the Withered Hand, which obviously are the bad guys. Oh, there's some here in attendance. Ooh, scary. Or you can join the Resistance and fight to save. They're more fired up about that. So, Withered Hand, you got some work to do, but you can contest good guys or bad guys all week long. We are about to have ourselves the first chapter of the story, kind of setting the story up. Chapter 2 will be tomorrow in the tavern, and then the finale could go either way. What? Oh, Game Show Theater. What did I say? The tavern. Man, there's 2 mistakes now. Third one out. I'm out as host next year. That's terrible. One more strike. Chris is out of here. Give us the jean jacket, sir. You're done. You can keep your tight pants. Nobody else is pouring themselves into those. But, anywho, tonight is here. Tomorrow is in Game Show, and then on Sunday, the finale, and depending on whether the good guys or the bad guys win, it could change. We'll be right here on the stage as well. So I think without any further ado, are we ready to do? Oh, I am seeing thumbs up. So I'm going to step aside for a brief moment as we present to you the very first chapter of Tales from Orlandia, Chrono Conflict.
Rough day, Jasper?
Oh, Eureka!
Those wounds look rather nasty. Are you going to need an industrial-sized Band-Aid to go along with that ridiculous wrench?
How did you get in here?
Oh, put that away. We both know you're not going to use that with the treaty in place. I came in through the front door. You did set up inside of one of our old bunkers. Not the most strategic move we could have made.
Yeah, well, it was one of the only places in this malarkey of a dimension where we didn't get our atoms scrambled free outside too long.
That is the unfortunate side effect of being a being that experiences time in a place where there is none. The structures here were made to stabilize that. Of course, it's not so much your atoms being scrambled as it is your body being
Yes, thank you for the textbook's new Helix science lesson. I know. I'll build them. Now, since you're so kind and you know your way in, you know the way out.
Porphyrion would like to speak to you.
Oh, I'm sure they would. You can tell Porphyrion I'm too busy trying to stop them to sit down and have a chat. Now again, if you don't mind.
It's about the end to this conflict.
Well, all right then. I accept their unconditional surrender. They can submit themselves for justice, and we can all go home. No? Well, can't blame a guy for trying.
Jasper, just do things the easy way. Just this once, please. Come with me. Let's go talk to them. Because if you don't, they are going to send someone else. And I can guarantee you she will not be as polite as I am.
I think I'll take my chances. Thanks.
Very well. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, and don't let the door hit you on the way out.
PR liaison. They'll be fine. Now, you're coming with me. You've got a meeting and you're running late.
No, I think I'm gonna stay right here, actually. You can tell Porphyrion to stop being such a coward and come down here and talk to me themselves.
All right, let me get this through your thick skull. I am bringing you to Porphyrion. Now, I can bring you conscious, or I can bring you unconscious, and time is money in the KIE, so make a decision.
Shauna, you're not gonna hurt me. You won't risk violating the treaty. Clearly states, no blood's gonna be shed in the neutral territories.
Then I just have to make sure that you don't bleed.
Check on him. Should make him bleed?
Technically, no. He has a concussion and a few broken ribs, but he'll be all right. I did try to warn you.
Well, at least the tree is intact.
Okay. All right, Porphyrion. I'm here. What did you need to talk so urgently about?
Fighting should be over soon.
Oi, Scrappy! At least have the courtesy to talk to me face to face if you can drag me down here.
We've been fighting for, well, from your perspective, months, and I just wanted to let you know. It'll all be over soon. I've completed my machine.
Your machine. You're talking about the one that resets the timeline.
Yes, I turned it on this morning.
That's why so many more people have been showing up here. Side effects to the startup process as many more portals have opened up.
I had wondered where all the new recruits were coming from recently.
Well, anyways, what would be approximately 48 perspective from 48 hours from your perspective, at least. My machine goes off, and that'll be it. You can go tell everyone it'll be over soon.
You think we're gonna take this just lying down? It's not over until that machine goes off. And I'm gonna stop that from happening.
It's over. Enjoy what time you have left. It's not gonna matter soon anyways. By the way, you're fired.
Fired? What do you mean?
You're fired. You barely follow my instructions. You're only out for yourself. You have become an inconvenience.
International enterprises, you need us.
Are you really so naive as to believe you're the only KIE out there? Catch, import, and export, the CAS information exchange. You're more like cockroaches infesting everything. Clearly, you need some time to digest this, and I have other matters to attend to. I know you're familiar with the way out. Eureka!
I've gotta get the word out. Need to find a way to warn everyone.
The computer. It's right here. Quick, let me log in before they remove my clearance. Go, quick! Right.
This. Attention, Orlandians. This is Jasper Alistow, leader of the Resistance. Porphyrion has activated their machine. In less than 48 hours, they will reset the timeline, and everything that you know and everyone that you love will cease to exist.
They won't ever have existed. Porphyrion will be in control of everything. Please, the Resistance needs your help. I need your help.
You know, you're gonna race you too, don't you? Look, I don't care that you're in it just for yourself, but if you want to stop them, I could use all the help I could get. Door's open. When you're ready.
Darn it, hey, wake up!
They've let the word out. Perhaps we'd like to recruit some more as well.
We already have them. They do seem intent on making this difficult. Not that they can get to my machine anyways, but just to be on the safe side. Some of you may have been moved by that little speech. You may be frightened. You don't need to be. You can join me. Join the Withered Hands and I will ensure that you come with me into my new great vision for Orlandia. I am not some monster. I am just trying to fix what's broken. Your timeline is ripping apart at the seams and I'm trying to mend it. Who cares if a few fractured, splintered realities cease to exist in the new Orlandia? You won't have even known the difference.
Hello. Oh, wait, that's not good. A bold move by Jasper, yes, but will it be enough to stop Porphyrion? If you're interested in helping out either the Withered Hand or the Resistance, make your way down to the tavern and join up. If not, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Everybody's gonna have a good time. Go